Hey guys, Coach Dan here. We're going to work on a few ways of moving in on a tall fighter. The most important thing about working off of a tall fighter is obviously they have the range, they have the reach. If you don't breach the reach after it comes out or in the middle of it, you're never going to get to your tall player. The tall player will always beat you to the punch because he doesn't even have to be faster. He's just further away from you at all times. So the first range that we're going to utilize a kick. So Draven has extremely long legs. He's way bigger than I am, way taller. The key part about this is what is the range? You're only going to be able to find out that range when you're moving around a little bit. You're going to see them hitting you from a distance that I can't reach him at all. Draven brings his leg out. He has no problem reaching me. So when he's going to do a high kick in this particular case, I got to do a double block. I got to make sure that my arms don't get broken, so I don't want to just lay them out there. I want to meet his kick. I don't want to just put my hands up and let his kick meet me, because if you do, it's going to drive you backwards. So as he's bringing his kick up, I move into the kick. I give it a tiny push. Don't push too far, just a tiny push so that your hands are always going to be set. Well, after he does that, I move in, then straight in to your technique. Doesn't matter what the technique is, as long as you know where his balance is going to be. So the key part is he's pretty well balanced. When he throws that kick up, you catch it here, he's going to drive you off of your feet. Okay? And if at very least, he's going to drive you heavy onto your right leg. In my case, we're orthodox, so when he drives me heavy onto my right leg, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to move forward. So I have to make sure that when I'm doing this, I'm actually kind of leaning into the kick. Watch the knee, because if it splits your gloves, you're going to be in big trouble. So when that kick comes up, I want to catch it nicely. I still want to look through that glove so you can see that center line, so I know where that is. When it's coming up, I want to look through it. As soon as I feel that contact, I start to slide up the leg itself. So it's going to be a one. I move right away. If I don't move and he's doing his technique correctly, he's going to throw his kick and he's going to follow right up with punches. So I want to have that high guard. So when that high guard comes in, boom, I want to move in right away. Because even if he's throwing a punch right after that, high guard's there, his punch comes out, I'm automatically covered. Best that I can, okay? We always got to remember that this is a give and take game. So when he fires that kick, I want to move right away. I want to catch him where his hip isn't quite turned all the way over, even if I can. So if I can get it where his hip is kind of stuck there, I can actually jam that kick down. Now, when you're doing this, you're getting higher on his shin, and it's higher on your forearms. So you got to be cautious with this and make sure you cut the range down. So when he's bringing that up, I want to be in. I want to cut the range down. I want to get up high, bring the knee up. So I want to get up here so I can catch just about where the knee is on my one arm and just down a little bit. This is the hardest part of the shin, but the best part is it's got the least amount of leverage. Okay, so if I jam it here and here, I have a good opportunity to press in. And this will help to prevent him from fully extending that leg and gaining all of his power. If I step a little bit back when that comes out, that's an incredible amount of power, and it's a lot of force coming at you. Okay, so you want to always be careful with that and pay attention to that distance. Close the distance as rapidly as possible. Fire your own combo. Okay, guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to show you how the distance plays with a right hand on a player that's much taller than you. So when Draven sticks his right hand out, he's pretty much at my distance. There's no way I'm reaching him. I'm not even anywhere near him. So I obviously have to get past this technique. There's two things you got to be very cautious of. If this is coming out, when it's here, if I do slip and go to the side, I got to watch this knee. No matter what, this knee is still going to be there. So I always want to make sure I know where that knee is. The best way to cover that particular knee is with your own elbow. So when he's throwing that technique out, if I'm slipping it only, I want to slip, but I want to keep this one tight, and I want to come towards the liver. Okay, I give a nice good shot to the liver. From there, I can come back up to a hook punch over top of the head. Okay, but it's imperative when his technique is out here, I have to look at how far that is. That's a long way away for me to get. So when I push, I have to push very, very hard on my right leg. So when I'm here and as it's coming out, I start to slip. I don't want to be way out here because, again, he could just go 1-2 and be throwing that beautiful kick up, fire the kick up, bam, I'm going to run straight into that kick. You have to be cautious of this. So if this hand, the left one, is not up high and tight, you're always going to be in a major danger. Okay, so when I slip off, I slip, bang, I get a nice good shot. If that kick comes up now or a knee, I have the ability to at least block. Okay, and even if it comes up and it hits pretty decent, boom, it's actually pushing me back in towards him. Okay, instead of not driving you away. So when I want to slip really hard, but I don't want to fire my whole body over. I want to turn. So as I'm driving forward, boom, I want to turn. I want to come in really hard. Now, here's something that I always found being a shorter player with taller guys. You'll always end up above and below the elbow. So if his elbow is below your head when it comes out, you're pretty safe. If his elbow is above your head, anywhere you're going to go, as he tucks his head or tucks his arm down, you're going to get the back of the elbow in the head all the time, every single time. So again, just something for you to be aware of. As he jabs out, bang, I'm going to be here. If I'm down here, he drives that elbow into his ribs, I catch it off my ear or I catch it behind the head. So make sure you know where that is. How do I defeat that? I set him up, I go here, I don't leave this guy laying around. I bring him up. As I'm bringing him up just like you normally would. Bring him up and then come across. That just basically puts the guideline right behind. Bring it out. So the guideline is coming right in behind the elbow. I slip, I want to be real close. I don't want to be way out. The closer I am, the further I am away from the length of his kick if it happens to come. And I can drop my elbows in or drop one elbow in to block the knee, best that I can. As I make that impact, drive it back up underneath the arm. As soon as you start to turn, you're not pushing his arm. It's just automatically going to move. It's automatically going to push out, opening up to give you the opportunity to hit with your left hook. Okay, so look at your distance each time. Figure it out as the player is coming towards you. As he throws that shot, you're way far out. So every time that comes out, he's got the perfect distance and there's no way. And I'm not hitting him. Okay, I want to slip to the outside. Be cautious. Good shot. I can come in with an uppercut. I can do all these kinds of things too. But in this case, in order to prevent this elbow, I just simply bring it up, come across, nice hook shot. Here you go, guys. There's two ways for you to create an awesome ability to defend against a taller player. One from the kick, one from a punch. Follow us.